Hello and welcome back to the channel. The world of SEO can be a complicated place, especially if you're just starting out. If you've found yourself confused by any of the terms you've come across, don't worry. We know learning all the ins and outs of SEO vocabulary and jargon can feel like learning a completely different language. To help you get a grasp of all the new terms being thrown at you left, right and centre, I've compiled an SEO glossary with definitions to help you out. So without further ado, let's get into terms and meanings of how search engines work. 2xx, client success. The request to a server was a success. This means the browser gave an expected response, i.e. the web page loaded successfully. 4xx, client error. The website or the page could not be reached. Either the page is unavailable or the request contains bad syntax. Put simply, the 5xx error is a code that appears on internet browsers when the server has failed to fulfill a request. It also tells us that the server is in fact aware that it has encountered an error or is not able to complete the request. Advanced search operators are special commands that modify searches and may require additional parameters, such as a domain name. Advanced operators are typically used to narrow searches and drill deeper into results. In the computer science sense, algorithms are used to solve problems like finding the largest number in a list or sorting items alphabetically. Similarly, search engines like Google use algorithms to determine the ideal order of websites to display in their results based on a series of specific criteria. Links on a website other than your own that go back to a page on your website. Backlinks are also called inbound links because they represent another website's traffic coming to your own site. The quality and quantity of your backlinks can help you rank higher in search engines such as Google and Bing. Bots are automated software that systematically travel the internet and collect information about websites. Bots, spiders, or web crawlers are heavily used by search engines to figure out how to display websites in search results. Caching is the process of sorting certain assets locally so that they can be used again without requiring a full round-trip request to the server. HTML, CSS, images and JavaScript can all be cached. Google Caffeine was a major update to Google's search algorithm launched in 2010. It was designed to improve the speed and accuracy of Google's search results by incorporating new technologies that allowed Google to crawl, index and rank web pages more quickly and efficiently. In local search engine optimization, citations are mentions of your business's name, address and phone number, commonly referred to as NAP, on a website that isn't your own. Cloaking is a black hat SEO technique where a website shows one version of a URL, page or piece of content to the search engines for ranking purposes while showing another to its actual visitors. Crawl budget is the number of pages search engines will crawl on a website within a certain time frame. Search engines calculate crawl budget based on crawl limit, meaning how often they can crawl without causing issues, and crawl damage, meaning how often they'd like to crawl a site. Crawler directives instruct search engines on how to crawl and index your website. They enable you to instruct a search engine not to crawl a page at all, command a search engine not to utilize a page in its index once it has crawled it, instruct a search engine whether or not to follow links on that page. Distance determines how close the search user is to local businesses based on that user's browser information. Digital customer engagement is all the ways a customer interacts with your business via technology and how they interact with them. Think of it like this: it's all of the digital interactions your customer has with your brand, including email, social media, and even your website. EAT means expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. EAT is part of Google's algorithm and baked into Google's search quality evaluator guidelines. Google Search Console is a tool from Google that can help anyone with a website to understand how they are performing on Google search and what they can do to improve their appearance on search to bring more relevant traffic to their websites. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages, and HTML describes the structure of a web page. The index coverage, also known as page indexing, report shows a detailed overview of your crawling and indexing issues and points to how they should be addressed, making it a vital source of SEO data. Your website's crawling and indexing status is not straightforward. Not all of your pages should be crawled or indexed. An index is another name for the database used by a search engine. Indexes contain the information on all the websites that Google or any other search engine was able to find. If a website is not in a search engine's index, users will not be able to find it. An internal link is any link from one page on your website to another page on your website. Your users use links to navigate through your site and to find content they want to find. JavaScript SEO is the discipline of technical SEO that's focused on optimizing websites built with JavaScript for visibility by search engines. It's primarily concerned with optimizing content injected via JavaScript for crawling, rendering, and indexing by search engines. A login form utilizes the credentials of a user in order to authenticate their access. It generally consists of the typical username or email and password, but more fields can be added to improve the site's security. These can be in the form of a passcode, PIN number, or a secret phrase. A Google penalty, also known as a manual action, is a negative effect inflicted on a website's rankings based on updates made by Google's search algorithms. Penalties are decided when a human reviewer determines that a website doesn't comply with Google's search essentials. The robot meta tag is a HTML tag that goes the head tag of a page and provides instructions to bots. Like the robot's TXT file, it tells search engine crawlers whether or not they are allowed to index a page. The phrase website navigation refers to a set of links, allowing the user to easily move between pages on a website. There are many different types of website navigation, including universal navigation, mobile navigation, hamburger menu, sidebar, filtering, footer menus, and sitemaps. The noIndex tag is an on-page directive instructing search engines not to index the page. It is one of the methods of blocking indexing on a website. Here, tags refers to the meta tag placed in the head section. However, non-indexing can also be done using HTTP response header via xrobot tag. PageRank, also known as PR, is an algorithm used by Google Search to rank web pages in their search engine results. It is named after both the term web page and co-founder Larry Page. PageRank is a way of measuring the importance of web pages. Search personalization refers to Google's ability to tailor search results to individual users based on unique characteristics such as location, language, and previous search history, either on the device in question or via the Google account the user is logged into, regardless of the device. Prominence is an estimation of your ad's visibility on the search result page. Things that affect prominence include ad position. Ads in higher positions have more prominence because people are more likely to see the ad. Generally, an ad gets more clicks as it moves to a higher ad position. RankBrain is a component of Google's core algorithm, which uses machine learning, the ability of machines to teach themselves from data inputs, to determine the most relevant results to search engine queries. Pre-RankBrain, Google utilized its basic algorithm to determine which results to show for a given query. The term refers to how well the information on a website corresponds to a search query. Relevance criteria criteria include content elements like the visibility of text, as well as images or videos. In addition, relevance can be generated through meta elements like title, meta descriptions, and alt tags. A robot.txt file tells search engine crawlers which URLs the crawlers can access on your site. This is used mainly to avoid overloading your site with requests. It's not a mechanism to keep a web page out of Google, block indexing with no index, or password protect the page. A website search bar is a bar that typically lives in the top navigation of a website and allows users to search for content rather than browse your website using the given navigation options. The user clicks the search bar, types in a query, and clicks search, the magnifying glass icon. The Search Quality Rater Guidelines are a handbook for Google's roughly 16,000 contractors from around the world who review live and experimental search results. These quality raters score result pages according to page quality in terms of EEAT and how well it meets the needs of the user's query. A sitemap is a file where you provide information about the pages, videos, and other files on your site and the relationship between them. Search engines like Google read this file to crawl your site more efficiently. Spam, such as creating multiple pages and links to sites, cloaking and hiding backlinks within the source code of a site. Some common signs of SEO spam include links to sites you don't recall inserting, new categories, pages, and content that you didn't post. This says it better than I ever could. URL parameters are the parts of the address of a web page, often visible after a question mark, ampersand, equals, or other attribute. Parameters might also be referred to as query stings and are commonly used on e-commerce websites. The xrobot tag is another way for you to control how your web pages are crawled and indexed by spiders. As part of the HTTP header response to a URL, it controls indexing for an entire page, as well as the specific elements on that page. Those are just a handful of SEO terms and meanings that have hopefully helped you out and made the world of SEO just a little bit less daunting for you. If you like what you've seen and heard in this video, give it the old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more great and free information. Thank you for watching. If you want our team to help you with your marketing, why not contact our digital marketing agency, AbsoluteMedia.uk. You can get a free consultation and take the first steps into launching your traffic to the next level. All details are in the description below.